Alright, what's up? Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D Remake. Yeah, we're up in here finally going into the underground catacombs of the pyramid. So, enemies we have faced before, super easy. The only new enemy is the Shade. So the Shade, what can you do about the Shade? You see, it has very high defense, and it can heal itself to be as annoying as possible. So how do you defeat such an enemy? Well, you make sure to have a very high luck stat, which allows you to land critical hits much easier, which most of my characters have it, except for Angel. But as you can see, because it's something rare, it tends to rarely happen. Yeah. But also can't use spells. The enemy can't use spells, and we can't use spells, as you just saw. So, but he's pretty tough. Be able to do 21 amounts of damage, truly, and everyone is basically just doing 1 to 2 to 1 to 2. This thing is painful, which is why I equipped Leo with the poison needle. Now, what that one is perfect for these types of enemies, and that don't take very much damage. So every time that thing is going to be used, it is gonna do only 1 or 2 points of damage, but it has a chance to have a critical hit, which will automatically knock out the enemy. Not like a normal critical hit where you do a certain amount of damage through a numbered damage. It's just a one-hit KO machine. There you go, as you see right there. So yeah, and we shall go further into the catacombs. We interact with the leftmost statue. Our friends get a little scared from it. We go even further down into the catacombs. Just have to face a little bit of mummies. Weren't super difficult. They're pretty easy, as you can see. But I forgot to change Leo's weapon. So you see, it only does 1 or 2 points of damage, which will become very useful. Even right now, it's very useful, but it'll become even more useful once we start to access creatures called of the Metal Slime family. Now, those creatures, they give a lot of experience, but one thing is that they run from battles very fast. They're very fast. They don't get affected by any spells. They only take about 1 or 2 damage per turn from any character that you can. You always have to rely on being super fast and able to get constant critical hits so you can get all that yummy experience. But unfortunately, that is not the case for these Shades. They don't give a lot of experience, they don't give a lot of gold, but they sure have enough resist, and they're very inconsistent of that too. Some have a lot of resistance and defense, some have very minimal, and now it seems this guy has plenty too. Never mind, he doesn't have that much. So it's just very strange how that works. And now we shall do some proper grave robbing, and we get one of the best items in the game for a martial artist, the golden claws. And what happens after we get access to these golden claws? Well, may the curse of the ancients be upon the person who dared to grave rob. Yeah, so basically what this curse does is that it increases the rate of encountering monsters high, very high. I could stop at the sarcophagus, but I wanted to give you guys a taste of what's to come when you activate that curse, just for a pair of gloves. No, I guess claws doesn't make sense either. What would be the technical term for a fisticuff type of item? Something that you beat with your fists. Claws. They always just call them claws. Doesn't really make sense, but oh well. Yeah, we're gonna have to defeat millions of these people. And luckily the Shades didn't give too much trouble within this portion. Mummies need to be going down. Diane does it. And Angel should be getting rid of the last mummy. There we go. And why is Diane so strong? Because she got access to the Holy Land. And I have Defending Champion ability, which is great. Now I'm gonna use the Seed of Strength and the Seed of Agility that we received through the other battle. Okay, yeah. And we have a Yggdrasil leap, which is very, very important. I'm just showing you guys the different items that I have through this one. This can be like cut out a little bit because it weighs way too much on this portion. I think I got off of my seat and I went to do something else, but I completely forgot to pause the recording. So we'll kind of have to go through this with my talking and talking and talking and talking. Yeah, which can be annoying. But yeah, Loving Living a Winner's Guide. Now this is a personality book that allows you to change your character's personality. You can look them up on Google or search them up by their name on ChatGPT, and it'll tell you what personality it gives to your character if you want to change your character's personality to that specific one. Now here I'm just showing off the different equipments I have and the equipments I also have to increase my luck. Also, each of them has that aside from Angel. The reason why she's named Angel because she's an angel that don't need luck. Angels don't need luck. Only humans need it. 104. They go for the crit and the mummy super easy. That even a mage can be rid of them. Alright, we get good experience and we get good gold. So it's good to do. It's good to do if you know what you're doing. So yeah, but definitely, be a high level or have the best equipment at this point in the game if you want to take on this challenge, because otherwise, trust me, it's going to be very, very painful, as it was, and it would be if I was playing at the normal speed. I made sure to put this on 2x speed, so luckily my editor can take out the best moments in this and make it be easy and simple for you guys to digest. Okay, 42 damage on that one, and again, they have some type of range amount of resistance when it comes to some of my characters. They do not take the same amount of damage that the other enemies take from Leo and Diane for some reason. Well, just as how it benefits the enemies where we can't use spells, well, neither can they. But it doesn't really affect the Shade because the Shade can dance around a little bit and get back some HP. Luckily, the frogs are super easy. They're nothing to deal with. They can also from time to time drop a Thorn Whip. So if you need a Thorn Whip, you can get it from these frogs. And yeah, the mummies, I have forgotten what they drop. I think probably something that can restore a MP, magical point, basically that blue bar. But other than that, Shades don't drop anything. I haven't gotten a drop from the Shades whatsoever. Yeah, the only ones that are guaranteed a lot of the time are the frogs. If you want like a lot of gold and fast, you can grind through the frogs and get a bunch of thorn whips and then sell them. And here now they're finally showing my point of the bulky Shade. Yep, not only are they bulky, they're also they avoid stuff like the plague, which they were probably the progenitors of. Now, what does progenitor mean? It means an origin of something. So they're tough to damage and they're hard to even hit. Very nice, very nice. You gotta love Square Enix for that choice. Thank you so much for making these annoying mobs. We love you and we support you, definitely. See, even Angel now is just doing like 2 points of damage and I'm missing like there's no tomorrow. Diana's doing 1 point of damage. Leo's also just doing 1 point each. They're trying to hit me with spells as much as they can. They're just not doing that. They're not able to. I'm just running around trying to figure out what works, even trying out an unsealant on myself to see if I can use spells, even though it's an area of effect due to the dungeon and not the monsters. And it seems, well, luckily they can't put us to sleep either. But I can't use an unsealant. It's basically useless within these types of areas. I hope there's not more that are like this, but this is pretty unique. I'll give it that. It's pretty unique. I have never really seen something similar to this. Speaking of uniqueness, you see the dance they just did right now? He healed himself and his teammate. So now I'm like, you know what? I've had enough. Leo, get that dagger out. Let's get that dagger out and Oko these Shade. It's very rare for him to get the Oko on this thing. So yeah, but luckily they can't dance anymore. So we can just have to try to damage them as much as possible again for whatever reason. And yeah, luckily they can't damage us with spells. So I just kind of, relaxed by this point where I know it's gonna take forever. And I'd much prefer it if none of my teammates fainted. So I'd rather just make sure to have lots and lots of medicinal herbs. Ooh, there you go. One hit and down he goes. And luckily cannot use the soothing song. And we put it to sleep for using the snooze stick for the first time. Yeah, we should have been using that a long time ago. But you live and you learn. At least from watching me, you guys will know, right? So snooze and make them lose. I'm a poet. Again, he's trying that song so much. It's just like, glad you're wasting your turn. Because now it's just a battle of resilience and attrition. Just a battle of patience and avoiding and just, yeah. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Eventually, that one will make a difference. Eventually. Yeah. If I had that axe, I'd be doing damage like no tomorrow. But all I had was a boomerang. I just didn't want to waste money on getting that like overpowered equipment. See, finally, by doing one and multiple ones of damage. Ah, how beautiful, how beautiful. 3 minutes left and we have to face these darn things. Like before, we only had like, oh man. But luckily now we know what to do. So 3 asleep, 1 got missed. But the one that did, Leo, managed to just one hit KO it. We just, where would we be without Leo, honestly? 37 and 28. Alright, the shades have waken up. And now we're doing about 8 amounts of damage. 1 point of damage. Angel attacking with 43 points. I am starting to sound like an announcer. But yes, it's very nice to be an announcer. Welcome into my gameplay. Today we'll be playing cricket, and right now we just got a 6, one of the highest numbers on the cricket once you get a home run. And we're gonna be like, yay for that. And it's a great ability, and they're doing very, very well. We have equipped the Edge Boomerang once more to constantly do fast and easy damage to the whole group of teammates of these mummies. Where did that name come from? We shall never know. The British call their moms mums. So what did mummy come from? Again, English is very, very strange language that seems to not have many roots and easy to understand root words, unlike other languages where if you know about the root, you will know about the overall meaning, but not in English. No, sorry, we rely on a dead language called Latin. Yeah, something nobody even speaks anymore, but we still rely on it till this day. Why? Because we're English or American or Canadian or Australian. Thank you very much, and thank you for attending my TED Talk and this thing too. Like, I didn't know they could do this. They can use oomph. Like, that doubles their attack. So this thing hits me, it's gonna hit me hard. So I have to get rid of it fast. I never saw the oomph, them using oomph until this point. Oh man. But yeah, this is really showing you guys, be very prepared and expect the unexpected. Alright, and further we go. Luckily, oh, they suddenly attacked. How much are they gonna do damage though? Not much. Go. Last little bits of mummies. You can do this. Oh, I forgot to change his equipment. You can see, like, I put my brain on autopilot, which never do. Never put your brain on autopilot. Always be thinking. Always know where you are. Always know what you're doing. Do not put your brain on autopilot like I do. Okay, there are the last little bits of ditched effort. So, if you have reached by this point, you have seen my guide now to what you get from getting those golden claws. That's not the hardest thing. It could be much worse. But anyways, with a couple of seconds left, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And I hope you found this helpful. Thank you so much. And I hope to see you very, very soon. Bye, guys.
Yo, YG Games, everything we on the rise. No slow moves, I strategize. Game is on, I don't back down. Speed so high, I run this town.